Hello, good evening, viewers. Good evening, everybody. Good evening to the community. I know say today a lot of that we don't get the usual face. The Mr. Komon-Tok, the man wey dey bring to we every other credible information. Information and way the mainstream media then no go talk about. Information and way other people probably no go bring to una. But Mr. Komon-Tok through the Talking Points platform, they always they bring am to una. And today, I think I dey step now one big shoe. You know, that young man, they don't do an incredible job. People wey dey follow Talking Points platform know how much credible news, credible information, up to date of everything wey dey happen right across Sierra Leone. And like as I say, things them way mainstream media them not dey talk about, neither dey report. As usual, we there today with we come on talk them. And today promises for be very exciting as always with Mr. Komon-Tok, even though go to the usual pace. But we go try for make am as lively as Mr. Komon-Tok can always do am. And then we also be rest assured say Mr. Komon-Tok dey come. He will come back and we will see the usual face. Today we got very important Komon-Tok them for talk about now in community. Things them way I think we all at this community we been on dey talk about. Mr. Komon-Tok don bring at this program and all. One of the issues that we want to talk about today now the issue of Kush. We know how Kush don't destroy we youth. We see na social media and I guess members them na this community we don't see am. They say government want to declare a state of emergency on Kush. Well, it don't say where we dey talk this. It don't say where we dey talk say government not dey do enough. Whether it's too late or whether government want for begin listen to the cry of people with regards Kush, we go delve into am and talk about am today. Another issue wey we go talk about today. Now, one thing I think today na in scatter social media. If una dey follow social media, una go don see that statement dey all over. In fact, Sierra Leone Monitor report am, Sierra Leone report am. In fact, e dey all over na social media. In fact, one famous renowned blogger, PR person himself also poster Vicky Rimo himself poster. And the issue now that we hear say the government of Sierra Leone want for hire one particular public relation firm, one institution where they for help governments, help politicians, help them company them for rebrand the name. Say for example, you don't get bad relationship with other government outside your country, you don't do something where you want let them clean your image, then they're there for hire. So we see now social media, they say the government of Sierra Leone don't begin negotiate with that family and they want for hire them for do PR work for them and other work. Well, we don't know whether that misplaced priority or otherwise. We go also talk about them. And the number 3 issue where we go talk about today now the Komon-Tok. We also see na social media. I think Dande self make rounds today na the social media. Now, Stallone, we get one renowned lawyer, legal practitioner, a young man, where don't they challenge issues. You don't they challenge, you don't they look at the issues of past government, within government and can do. And if you think say they know they act within the laws, they can challenge them at the court of law. So we see Augustine Soitsenge Mara, when a legal practitioner, he say they don't officially apply or notify the right to access of information commission. The right to access of information commission, and one commission where they set for make people get access to every other information. Whether you want government, you want information from government parastatals, you want information from government institutions. If you go ask another institution and they not give you, you can go to the right to access information, you apply, and then can come and engage an institution and they let them make that particular information they available. Augustine Sorisenge Mara say it all right to the access to information commission for let them review wetin ECSL say they not dey publish. Whether it's not the disaggregated data, whether not the issue that we make the opposition, all people's Congress say they're not going to parliament as part of the issue. Augustine Sorisenge Mara said, all right, for like nobody information in it. So these are the information that we go discuss and talk about in our community today. But as always, if you join this platform for the very first time, this is not the Talking Points platform. Like as I say, now the platform where they bring we up-to-date news, things the way they happen, the human stories, and all other stories the way probably the mainstream media they not going report about. But some of we, and this platform, because we know say those issues are very important and they touch and concern the general population and citizenry of Sierra Leone, we dey carry and report them, we dey discuss them, and see wetin are the way forward with regards to things dem dey. So if you dey join me for the very first time, this na Komon-Tok, and as always, we dey ask una for share. We know say this community we dey share, and we know say una don share quite a lot, but una keep on sharing so that other people go benefit from the information them, from the things them where we dey discuss now. Of course, other people for benefit. If you don't benefit, share let other people and say benefit so that everybody will get up-to-date information. But most importantly, we dey ask we loyal subscribers or the one they will not subscribe it. If you want to continue for get notification, go and go subscribe. Go subscribe so that every other day we get programs, we get issues where one for can discuss, you go be notified and you go come at the community for come, let we all come engage and continue for discourse. So we go take a short break. When we come back, straight up, we go to
will be the consequences for the country if that will happen, if the elections will be
Talking Point platform, TTPTV. Oh yeah. Now we pledge with love and loyalty to we sweet, sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as one for tomorrow. Now we go make salute.
Yes, Istanbul, and welcome again. Welcome to the community. And hopefully, we will take some calls. And most importantly, we will read our messages there. We will go straight to the very first issue. Of course, we know the issue of Kush, e not strange. Na thing wey we don talk about na this community. Na thing wey we don bring una videos of youth dem wey the thing dey destroy. Na thing wey we don tell una how much currently e dey affect Sierra Leone. In fact, e don go to a point that every other day wey you pass, you go must see person die na street, young man or woman, and when you try for inquire wetin kill am, dem go tell you say na Kush. We also don see outside young people dey practically dey sleep and themselves na street, and e don go to a point that every other part na Sierra Leone don become affected by Kush abuse, and e don become an addiction among youth. We don continue for call on government. We don talk about this na this platform. We don bring una information about we don talk a lot, and other people dem also don put mouth and don rub mouth on this. That government for step up and make sure say they address the issue of Kush. We don see how much this don continue for destroy the youth dem. We don see to a point that because people don talk say dem don tire, dem take up upon themselves say we no go continue for allow we pikin dem, we brother dem, we sister dem, dey destroy their life, some dey even lost their life and this. We no go continue for this. So therefore, we dey take up upon ourselves for make sure say we put an end to this menace. We don see videos dem on social media outside communities dem dey come up. Then they go round up those wey dem say na Kush addict. We don see videos dem wey dem dey punish the addict here. We also don see videos wey people dem wey dem dey allege say na Kush sellers. We don see inside, then dey mob dem. So therefore, the issue of Kush, I think na an open secret. But we been think and we been on the call say government for step up them effort for make sure say we look at how this thing reach to this point. How Kush they come in the first place na Sierra Leone. Who that they come with this? How we youth then they get access to it. And most importantly, wetin we go do as a nation for curb this particular addiction we don't take all of them all over we youth them. We also been on the call say outside this thing don't reach show. I think say government for declare a state of emergency. Because if it don't work, no sign of the way they pass na Sierra Leone right now, whether na Freetown, whether na in the provinces, no sign of the way they pass where you know see Kush addict there. We don't deal call. And today, we see one news we make round on social media. They say the Minister of Health say government could declare a state of emergency on Kush. We can delve into that issue today and talk about that. Whether government waits too little, too late, or whether we go able to handle them at this point, or whether government in all of this and sincere in making sure that we put an end to all of this, or whether the rumors the way they go around say we get people and we all of them issues and they we go discuss. But we want for remind, we want for show that video. We know of course now we don't see some of them video on social media. But we want for show some of them videos and they una se look them. Let una see how much you know this Kush dome actually destroy we youth them. We go on for show una some of them. Of course, like as I say, una go don't see some of them videos in there. Let we browse through them quickly and look them. Then we can delve into the issue proper and see.
Another chance, left arm. Another chance, left arm. No, wait. The people, as well, they see this young man, when they also this just happen now. The time now 7:15 after 7 at Gideon Field. The Kush, as he is young man, also this Kush, he just pick up instantly, he died. So the young people and government to the urge you now and stop for count this Kusha. If you're not for that, to go for lost many young men in this country. Here, with a big young man, men stop for take Kush. Because Kush right now, he won't cost more in this country. It's a kill young man very, very quick. This will happen. Today the 6th of August. This evening, I happen on a grafting. This is a Gideon Field. So the young man, as you know, all the time, as he don't smoke just now, he go up, he die instant.
Kush, I so Kush bad. Kush don't pull with youth man them. Kush they destroy youth man them. And I for tell all young men they smoke Kush. Say no to drugs. The man that left this thing at not fine for young man them. This thing they make you die quick. And they make you go to your alley grave. No, I don't left Kush.
A policeman they come by Kush, look at no more now. Policeman, then they come by Kush now. I don't come back now. They see no more now. Where they begin follow the body. Now they see so look at. Then they ask you don't see that.
We say we big brother than the class. We brother than the class. We don't want Kush, we say it's Kush. We brother than the class, we say it's Kush. We brother than the class, we don't want Kush. We say the class number Kush. We brother than the class. We say we brother than the class, we say we brother than the Komon-Tok. We say it's Kush. Kush must go. Kush must go! Kush must go! La Lord, Kush must go! No more Kush! We say we brought the back rest. We say it's Kush. We no more Kush. We say we brought the crest. We say with Kush. We say we brought the crest. We say with Kush. We say no more Kush.
There are Kush now, no more.
No more Kush. 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 No more.
Yes, Pambulem. Well, until we don't see them videos and we suicide one young man, then say just collapse, he die. And I can tell you now, the second one and a lot of the brothers and sisters them don't die that way. We also see the other way, one young man, they advising company them. They push in fact, not to them the usual drugs. So therefore, let them left. We also see the other video where posting the talk in the background. He said, even the one where we suppose for arrest, we're supposed for make sure that people not do this. We see waiting the person saying in the video. And we all see the video. I'm sure we see the video. And the other one, we see the community-led initiative. People floated and tired. We see suicide people come up. Then go around up there, addicts here. Well, like as I say, we all don't time. A lot of people where this push their affect. Now we brother and sister, they're not to other people in. Now young people wey get potential, na dem dis thing dey destroy. While we get people dem wey sit down dey make money by this, the next generation almost don dey destroy dem. We see a story again on social media about 3 or 4 weeks ago, where dem say one young boy dey na college, bin dey do extremely well, all of a sudden begin smoke kush, and he lost his life tragically. We no wan foresee a situation where this go continue. Na dey make over the period wey this thing start, we don dey use this medium, dey call on government, dey call on stakeholders, dey call on everybody that let them address the issue of this kush. This kush na thing wey don continue for destroy we, but yet still we think say those wey for lis ten no be dey lis ten. We no know if government don ready for lis ten now. Well, if government don ready for lis ten, fine. We see, like as I say, the Minister of Health, Dr. Dembi, he say, according to am, he say government dey consider for declare a state of emergency on kush. He say they don come for realize say the rates of abuse and addiction of kush e alarming. When I say alarming, that e don come out of hand. We also see the statement wey we see on social media. The minister also say he don engage the president, he don engage the vice president, and then they work towards making sure that they declare the state of emergency. The minister also go further for say, in fact, the president will appoint him and the vice president forget a committee wey na interministerial committee wey make up of other stakeholders, so that dem go advise on how dem go tackle this particular menace na we society. But e important for we underscore the fact say the minister no give details when dem go declare the state of emergency, when dem declare am, how e go look like, wetin dem go do. In fact, according to wetin we see on social media, for show you say this thing don come out of hands. The doctor, the psychiatrist, wey dey, of course, we all know the Kisi mental home, na a very popular place to talk instead of the Kego people wey get mental issue, create man dem. Dr. Abdullahi Jallo then say the over 2,800 patients that were admitted na the Kisi mental home, he say a lot of them, over 60% in fact of them, na cases them were related to kush addiction. So you wanna see how this thing they affect not only people that they die and they will not die, then they get mental problem. But we want to ask the hard questions. How we reach this point? Who side this kush they come on? How in the camp na Sierra Leone? Who that them the distributor? Who that them the seller? We don't require a lot of rumor, a lot of allegations. Can we continue in this trend? Certainly no. And me think say again that I think it all overdue. We're not for even wait again. If government want for declare a state of emergency, I think it will be effective immediately. If they instead and they wait, they continue for wait, we go continue for get them issue. I'm not think government for wait. Because this now be an open secret. They're all over the place, not like Nigeria. Every day we see. I think it was there before yesterday where they come or yesterday. I dey pass around Shell and meet somebody later on the young man. When I ask them, say na Kush. It's so sad. So we dey say, if government wan for declare a state of emergency on this, I don't think any waste time for it. The more they continue for waste time, the more we continue for lost young lives there. How we reach to a point where community they begin round up people and begin beat them and all of that stuff. We see also a video we make round on social media. Out and let we see. Who say them go round up a woman allegedly they say now they sell Kush na the area to them about them. They beat them and all of that stuff. But we think that is the right approach. No, we don't think so. But what thing that they show, it shows that people are frustrated. It shows that people are tired. It shows that people really want to put an end to this thing. And then they call on government attention. If you listen to the video, then you see the background people and they say, we tired, we start out Kush, we start out Kush. You know, in fact, international youth day when they celebrate, you see people in common on streets, all placards, and they say, "Una not give you Kush, una give you hope." Now how they see them, they say youth them idle and all of that stuff, but we don't provide the hope for them. We don't give them the job. We remember the presidents make commitments for provide over hundreds of thousands of jobs for youths. Then you tell them for providing job here for. Now they all Kush they destroy too. If we sit down and allow Kush destroy all of them, who that the government will provide job for? People don't tire. And I think government for declare this state of emergency effective immediately. We not for even get waste time on this. On everything that doctor Nakisiment alone say, he said the 2,800 or so, where he said 60% of that day, 60% of that population, they were the young man and woman them. He said the case is then connected to Kush addiction. One for that number, guys. Certainly no. All of the communities then we tire. But then we brother and sister, they say don't become addicts. And also so you go deal with addicts. Whether you beat them today, you beat them tomorrow, they're not going to stop. But I think we need to look at the source. Who died this Kush they come up? Who died the couch in this country? How it managed in the midst of all of them, border security, the way we get both land, this, that, and all. How it come? How did they go to all of them and places and they say the Kush reach now the answer for youth there? We don't tire. We all as Sierra Leone don't tire. And if governments want for step up, like when the minister says so, then they declare a public state of emergency or health emergency. I think it will come now. For me, I think say it be not overdue. We don't call for this, we don't call for this, we don't call for this. It be not overdue. The Kush not only the killer. If you go to speech, you see young boys and then put them, they swell this, that, and all of that stuff. We see all of videos making round on social media and all of that stuff. How long we will continue pandemic? So we think say government no need for even wait again. We no need Boku protocol and this. We no need Boku wait and this. We no need Boku meeting and this. If we declare a state of emergency and address them, let government step up and address them. Of course, we don't see the arrest of people and all of that, but that's not enough. Let we address the root cause, who side is the common. How we manage Canada, this country. If we all one or two people and set example for them, I think say we go begin address the issue. But we don't continue for waiting probably we go say a lip service. Because if the minister don't say they want to declare a state of emergency, in fact, now give no details on the nature, when, how, and that is very important. We now will continue for it. If government want to declare a state of emergency on youth, we think say it is overdue, then for declare them now, and make sure say we solve this particular menace. Let it not continue for destroy we use them. It is important. Now, one thing where, like as I say, this platform now continue for talk about, we count them today because every other day, like as I say, family with community, we they see how push they destroy young people. And a lot of allegation on can say we get people that when are stakeholders, when are high place people and all involved in coming with this. There comes in government in role for step up. In fact, there are institutions and they where government they allocate funds to. Institutions and they where for address the issue of drugs abuse and all of that stuff. Na waiting and they do. How much sensitization they don't do? How much clamp down they don't do? Government will continue to allocate funds without them doing anything. So it boils down again to how serious we therefore put this particular menace to an end. So again, we say if government want to declare a state of emergency, let them do them as fast as possible. Let it not be an ordinary lip service. Let it not be lip service to this. Let we see come to reality. Let we see how much they will try to put an end to this. Because we can't continue like this. We can't. We will allow community to take the initiative and begin beat. Of course, they are frustrated. I understand with them. I not support them for beat addicts and all, no. But I understand the frustration that they think and feel say government for step up and end this menace. Because if we end the inflow, how it will come, we go able to control them. I think now that side government needs for look into and strengthening. Otherwise, the beats, the arrest, and all of that stuff, well. And it is quite unfortunate some of the videos that we don't see people where they even expect. No, we don't see videos in our social media where they show them in that state day. A person don't take push, they in that state day. So it tells you nothing where they run through a whole lot of the population. And they continue to destroy them. If we not make sure say we government step up and put an end to this, we go reach to a point that it will become difficult. And Famulem, you can't imagine the rate of alpha thief, it don't increase. Every corner we pass, and go tell you, say, in fact, somebody they tell me the other day, say, one cook room and you poop. Then go 13 plus as gold. All for waiting, for go sell them and buy push. Addiction. Other people they complain say if I would go for go buy cookies and buy cookie, then they go replace and go sell them for just for go buy push. Addiction. So even if we beat them, even if we do this, but if we stop the inflow, get message, get sensitize them, reach out to them, make sure say institutions that were responsible step up. I think so we go begin solve and reach to a point that way we will get this thing behind we back. But if we sit down, they wait say they're UTR, they know waiting and they do, then this, that, I think say go reach a point in time where we'll find them very, very difficult for solve this menace. So therefore, we want to say if government want to get this thing settled, let them step up and the state of emergency where they want to declare it overdue. Let them declare them effective immediately on this particular health emergency. This is not a health emergency. Otherwise, like as I say, we will reach a point where we all will time. And we don't want to reach that point today. We don't actually want to reach that point today. So at this point, we go hopefully read some of our messages them before we delve into the other very important issue where we want for discourse. This one come up from Samuel Williams. He say, my dear brother, thanks for coming up with this topic. All along, the government has not been taking this issue seriously. The government should attack from the entry point and those responsible bringing the drugs. We go come to this other one we come up from Peter Kamara. He said the government is responsible for the import of Kush in Sierra Leone. This other one come up from Babatunde Kai. He said the problem concerning Kush is our security. Another problem again, the government has given greater rights to Lebanese in Sierra Leone. This Kush issue, let them investigate the Lebanese. The final one where we go take for before we delve into the other issue. They also come up from Babatunde Kai. He said the head of the police force know, the boundary guards know exactly. The vice president should explain to the public. It's really sad about this issue of Kush. I'm telling you, the Lebanese. That one day, an opinion will come up from Babatunde Kai. So like we say, I think people sick and tired. Governments really for make sure say we don't always thinking we borders them, but those were responsible institutions were responsible, step up and work towards addressing this menace. Otherwise, like as I say, we'll reach a point where it will become difficult. And we don't want to reach that point there where it will become very difficult. So we go move on to the other important issue where we say we get, of course, we say again on social media today. I think I want to we scatter, we trend on social media today. A lot of people, and I'm sure a lot of people go don't see them. We want PR firm, what they call Mercury Public Affairs. And say that firm they claim say the government of Sierra Leone don't reach out to them and they want for hire and service. Well, according to Sierra Leone and other people that we report the news, they say this PR firm, one firm based in America, New York, and they work their way, they don't they do now for help big companies, politicians, other organizations, NGOs, institutions, for rebrand the name. Like for example, you don't do something where don't make your name don't bad in the eyes of the public. Then you go ahead and service, then go try for Fenway maneuver and make sure say you then find who side you think say your name don't well. Whether we image as Sierra Leone not well, we don't have to speak about that. Why the government they hire a PR firm? I think say the government will come answer that question. How much are they paying this government firm? Again, the government will tell the public, and I'm sure it not. But most importantly, we not think say this now misplaced priority. If you look at the living condition at Sierra Leone, becoming difficult every other day. And we know how expensive hiring them particular family are they, particularly the international one here. We don't work, in fact, they say don't this farm don't work with then get people we don't work with the former president of America, Donald Trump, in transition team. You get people former congressmen dem, you get parliamentarian they work with this farm. And we also see the over social media. We don't see Usai few weeks ago, the American ambassador, I don't know if they are outgoing one or otherwise, he grants an interview to 98.1 and he said quite a lot of things. Of course, we would all listen to that interview, we would all listen to that audio where 98.1 interview the former ambassador or the ambassador, the American ambassador, where he say their America concerned with some anomalies, some issues where they happen with reference to the result where ECSL announced. And after that interview then on 98.1, we see the Chief Minister of Sierra Leone, David Senghor, come and make a statement. In fact, David Senghor said, we're in America, we are equals. Well, I don't know in which context he made that statement. But I think we're all going to look at that statement. If we're in America equal, well, I actually don't know, but the Chief Minister said, we're in America equal. And we also see the Information Minister, he said, go to 98.1. He made quite a lot of statements to a point that we see one civil society activist, in fact, he called for the arrest of the American ambassador. Well, I think all of the things here we don't see. And we see how the relationship between the representative of America and the Salon government go to a point that way everybody they come and the American ambassador not for say so, this, that, not for say so, and all other stuff. A lot of things we are saying. We know waiting our current relationship with America. But the ambassador in confirm say the state's concern with some issues they get for do with the past election. And therefore then call on the government for address some of those issues. Whether this don't tarnish the image with America and others, we don't know. Whether the government is trying to right the wrongs, we don't want to say. But most importantly, we want or we think say the government, if this is true, we not see statements from government, so this nothing the way we see on social media say the government they can negotiate. In fact, a statement where they say come out from this PR firm where they call Mercury Public Affairs. In fact, a lot of people don't tweet about this, like as I said today, they make round on social media and all. Well, we know the situation at Sierra Leone. Things that they are every other day. Money even they use for cooking if you go to the market. I don't think it go do for even a family and all. So we think that every money, every little expenditure will go towards addressing the issues that I will get in Sierra Leone, particularly the living condition of Sierra Leoneans, rather than hiring a PR firm, will probably will cost a lot. But again, we know America, they spend quite a lot of money in Sierra Leone. In fact, there is this MCC grant where they say it is to the tune of hundreds of millions of dollars or so. In fact, in that statement, they step way that interview the way the American ambassador grants to 98.1 radio, He say the United States they check their relationship, particularly government to government relationship. Maybe, just maybe, this particular PRO work with government to they do for them get connection with this. But we think say there are other priorities. People are suffering in Sierra Leone. There is absolutely no denying. Well, you go tell people in the suffer other side them and all that stuff. But we vote government them in for solve the problems them and not to can give you excuse. So I think governments need to come out clearly and either debunk this or make clarification on it here. Whether it is true that indeed then they hire a PR firm, or whether that one day now just in the way people talk and also true. I think governments need to come and make otherwise it will left so many questions rather than answers. And in a situation outside, we will get so many questions rather than answers. So therefore, governments need to look at how they will come out and address this particular thing when they run on social media. Do we need a PR firm? That money the way they go pay that PR firm, is it the right time for do them, or we get other important priorities them for address so? The answer will be yes, we get other priorities them for address so. We get other priorities them for address so. But most importantly, this na social media we see them. We can't confirm, neither deny. But most importantly, I think government need to come out and make a statement with regard to if this issue are true, then they hire a PR firm for clean with image abroad, or if you get connection with the interview where the ambassador give, and all we see ministers them come out, we see the information minister, we see the chief minister. In fact, the chief minister in the same way in America are equal. If actually we're in America are equals, but we don't say America they support quite a lot of with developmental projects and they spend quite a lot of money now. And we see outside over the years where government they celebrate with regards to NCC grants there and all. We don't know if America will put an hold so that one day or the relationship don't sour and if the relationship sour. If America no give you that grant there and all of that stuff, we know they pay for like reach that point because the masses will continue for so. So I think government owe it to we the masses for come and explain. Are they hiring this particular PR firm? And then they hire the PR firm. Why did they hire the PR firm? How much can they spend towards hiring this PR firm? Why did they hire this PR firm? Those are all questions where the government need for come and answer. Otherwise, they will leave we with so many issues where people will find answers for. And in order for reach that point they or let we reach that point they decide a lot of people will form an opinion on them very, very important things here. It is important. It is very, very important, and as such, we for address government for come and address some of those very many issues. You know, we go take a short break, and when we come, we go discuss the other very important issue. We take a short break. When we come, we will discuss the very other important issues.
One platform for news every day in our countries alone. For education, entertainment, political affairs, TV. We got enough Tanga one inside Sierra Leone, like a big quantity. We breeze not a shit, TTPT.
So from Mulem, we there again. We want for the one that we just join me. Una welcome. This now Talking Point platform. This now our usual program. Komon-Tok with Mr. Komon-Tok. We don't discuss quite a lot of things. We go to a few comments again. We go read few comments. Then we move on. We move on for discuss the other very important issues. This one they come up from Fatma Tari. Say good evening. This other one from Fatma Tabari. He say good evening, Mr. Komon-Tok. Hope you are okay. Of course, Mr. Komon-Tok, very okay. Well, Mr. Komon-Tok, we know we are concerned. Mr. Komon-Tok, okay. Una will see the usual page. This they come up from Awana to Kuroma. He say hello, Mr. Komon-Tok. Hello, Awana to Kuroma. We look at few more. Then we move on to the other issue. This one they come up from Sonia Baby Koma. Thanks, Mr. Komon-Tok. Thank you, Sonia Baby Koma, for always locked in at this platform. We go read this last one. We go read this last one and move on to the other one. Aisha Kista say, good evening, families and friends. Aisha Kista, good evening. We'll take one more. Then we go to the other issue. This one come up from Kelvin Sise. He say, welcome to TTP Loans. God bless you, my brother. Stay connected. God bless you too, Kelvin Sise. We go take just this one. We'll just squeeze in this one. Then we move on to the other issue. Aisat Adumbuya say, yeah, you are right. Where is Mr. Komon-Tok? Mr. Komon-Tok day. We know how concerned we people in our community day. Aisat Adumbuya, Mr. Komon-Tok day, and they do extremely well. Mr. Komon-Tok gets quite a lot for owner. So therefore, he say instead they go now they go now and go see how we go continue for bring una the very best. So we go take a short break. Or let's say we don't get better time again. So we go straight to the other issue. We also been telling us say they discuss the issue we get to do with a renowned legal practitioner. This practitioner now one person where a lot of people in Sierra Leone they admire. Like as I say, he can challenge issues we get to do with Usai he see or Usai he thinks say governments, institutions, head of parastatals, one for bend the law any own opinion. Whenever I can see them things, then they well, in Sinamande we know law, we know to lawyer and I. But they can go and go challenge the issues, and they can use the law for challenge them. we been see Usai, this legal practitioner, Augustine Mara, one election day, I think it was before the 2018 election, around the 2018 election or so, where the Inspector General of Police then pulled the press release where they banned the movement of people and even unauthorized people. For Augustine Mara, they been say that they been not been right within the eyes of the law, and they been go to courts. At the end of the day, even though it been say, but the court will rule in his favor. Say indeed, it been right. The police not been get right for stop people in movement. So it gets an impeccable track record when it comes to the issue again. So of course we know the wrangle where they take place with regards the credibility of the past elections, the results and all. We don't see the opposition come out and say they're not satisfied with the results we NEC ECSL announced. We don't see international observers. They also say they're concerned to a point that we see a local observing institution where they call new the National Election Watch. Then said, in fact, published some things the way no equal to waiting ECSL publish. Even though not to them according to law or publish, but they observe the elections, they write waiting, they observe and all. So we get lots of the issues here. In fact, the opposition in the court say ECSL for release waiting and call the disaggregated results by districts or whatever. Whether ECSL they want for release some or otherwise, when they announce results to win and declare President Dio the winner, because according to law, and then get the right to announce the results of whether presidential, parliamentary, or local council elections. So we see quite a lot of things will happen in between. So Mara, like as I said, one legal practitioner, where as Sierra Leonean, I think it in concern, is see how much this round will continue and how much it will continue for divide within Sierra Leone. So therefore, they decide say, according to Ram, I think it was in June or July. In July, he said he writes a letter to the Electoral Commission, ECSL, and requests for the information we get for do it, the certified and verified results by this state. He also said in that letter there, he asked them with regards the whole process of whether the result where they get and verify and count them. Instead, they want to forget all of the information. And they are in a citizen, they get right by law or request for the information. And in fact, it quotes the 2022 Public Elections Act. Senadande a banco. But according to her again, he said, unfortunately, after I sent the letter to ECSL, after the 15 days period where they say, if we take away institutions, any institution where they send letter requesting information, within 15 days, if we don't provide that information, then. So according to Augustine Mara, it's around the 8th of August, that particular period elapsed. So therefore, they go to a commission where they've been set up, where they call the right to access information. That commission where they've been set up, if say, for example, me as citizen, I think say a particular institution, government parastatals or whatever, they hold on to information where I want, we get to do them or otherwise, I can go to them and make an application so that they will use the power we law give them for access that information they know. So therefore, they say so Isenge go to the right to access of information and make an application. Say, therefore look at ways where they will review the position of ECSL for how long, so then particular important informations they need. Why ECSL is only done, we don't know. So Isenge if you get right for ask them for the information, then yeah, well, the right to access of information will tell you. But it is important for note say, I think going forward, institution as important as ECSL for ready for answer questions, particularly questions wey border on credibility or otherwise. We don't want to talk about wetin happen during the election, but we see the president come out clearly and say we need for review going forward how we election management bodies, whether na ECSL and otherwise, need for review. I think that one will be an acknowledgement on the part of government say there were things that they were of course not right during the elections. In fact, we see appoints not less the person but the vice president for elder committee who said they will look at some of the issues and try to address them going forward. So we dey say institution like ECSL for be prepared for answer questions wey hinge on the credibility, questions wey hinge on providing information wey a citizen dey demand for. Because if they no answer, we all go assume say, well, silence, they can say na consent and all. So therefore, we think say it is important that those they are ready, they are willing to provide answers to very important questions going forward and all. But we are wait for look at waiting the right to access of information will do, the commission will do. So we think about making application, we go wait for see. But most importantly, we go follow up on that and we promise family in this community. If anything come out of that Monday, we go come here and bring them to Unaba. Because we know say it is very important. As a nation, we want to continue for protect the heart and peace where we get. We want to continue for day in the right trajectory. We don't want a situation or any other thing where we go threaten the peace and all other stuff. We don't want that. So therefore, those institutions were responsible for answer important questions, for be prepared for calm and answer those questions. Otherwise, we don't know waiting at the next step of and so. But the man we know the law, you know how to work with the law, you know waiting na the provisions them, na the act them and otherwise. And like as I say, we dey follow up on that important story dey and see waiting come out of them. We will go again and read few comments them and see how we go bring the curtain down. So we take this one wey come up from Lydia J. Cole. He said, "Good evening, Mr. Komon-Tok. Please update us about the Kush in Sierra Leone." Lydia J. Cole, if you've been follow the program or if you just join in, I think we don't deliberate a lot with regards the issue of Kush in Sierra Leone. And one way, I think government said that they declare a state of emergency, and we are looking forward to that. You know, now one thing where you know right, that it all reach to a point where we not address them, it will continue to destroy. We use them in Sierra Leone. We also want to take this from Sonia Baby Koma. He said the root cause is the first stem. This also come up from Sonia Baby Koma. It is so pathetic that our youths are into drugs. The future of this country is blurred. Indeed, if we not address the issue, the future of this country is indeed blurred. But I'm sure we not will reach to that point there. So these are the few comments where we get. We don't discuss quite a lot of issues today. We don't discuss the issue of government wanting to declare a state of and don't discuss about government wanting to hire a PR firm we for I don't know if not for right the wrongs or for make sure say they look at the image we I actually don't know, but I think like we say government need to come and explain why are they hiring a PR firm we based in New York, and most importantly, how much are they spending and why are they hiring them. We also don't discuss the thing where Story Senga Maradu, we make an application to the right to access of information and all. So we want for tell we viewers them thank you very much for today. It has been lively, it has been interesting, and we will continue for bringing the stories then on this platform. We will continue for bringing them to our issues, and like we always they say, issues that we probably in mainstream media has already discussed. But for we, every other issue with touches and concerns Sierra Leone, for it is very important, and we will continue for bringing them around. We continue for ask una for subscribe to a platform at TTP Leons and go like the Facebook page when our Talking Point platform, and una continue for stay tuned. Una continue for view, it is important, and we go continue for bring una all of the issues. Me will bring come this program to una today. Me na Chen Obari, and I step in the show of Mr. Komon-Tok. Una be rest assured that Mr. Komon-Tok and I will continue for bringing una the very many issues. Thank you very much, and God bless we all. Until we meet again tomorrow, this na Talking Point platform, and this na the Mr. Komon-Tok show. Thank you. God bless you.
Talking Point platform, TTP. Oh yeah. Unale we pledge with love and loyalty to we sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as one. For tomorrow, now we go make salute.
Come. Remove this